This is the second part of the video for week 28 on perimeter area volume. So this time we're looking at some sample exam type questions. It does help if you've watched the long video beforehand, sorry, so it just goes over the basics that you need to know. Let's take a look at some samples. So this one is a non-calculator one, and it surprised me because I expected this kind of shape to be on level 1, but I saw this on the sample paper. It says calculate the approximate volume of this cuboid. So your volume for cuboid is length times width times depth, where you got your three numbers there, but it says approximate. It doesn't want you to do 22 times 99 times 54. No, it wants you to approximate, and you do that by rounding. So I would say to the nearest 10 in this case was quite appropriate. If the numbers are in the thousands, I would probably go to the nearest thousand. So 22, we'll do that as 20 times, the next one would be 100, and then we've got times 54, we'll make that 50. So it wants you to work out those. Just multiply two of them, get an answer, and then multiply the next one. So I'm just going to multiply 20 and 50 together first, because I'm going to leave the 100 to the end because that's the easiest one. 2 times 5 is 10. Add the 2 zeros on. So then we've got 1,000 times the last one, which is 100, which means we're just adding those extra 2 zeros on. So 1, 2, 3, 2 zeros on. If you're thinking, where do I place the comma? You don't have to. But if you want to, it's always 3 from the end. So the comma, so it's 100,000 centimeters and is cubed. So that's the approximate value. I'm actually going to work out what it is now exactly. Is 117,612. So it definitely is an approximate value. Let's move on. Question 2. Find the area of the shaded part. So we're looking at area and it's circles. So we're going to need pi r squared because that tells us the area of a circle. So to find the area of the shaded part, so we want this bit here, or this grey bit there. I think what we're going to need to do is separate these two circles out, because what we need is the area of the biggest circle that we can't see because the white bit's stuck on top. And then we need to take away the area of the smallest circle. And when we have that, we'll be left with basically this ring shape. Yeah. So that's our method. So we're going to find the area of this big circle. Imagine that it's all grey. If all of it was grey, we're going to find that area first. Okay. So let's get rid of that because I need the space. Let's have a pen. So largest circle first. Pi r squared. So pi times the radius. What the hell is the radius? Okay, so from the middle, I've got an arrow that says 2.5. That goes up to here. But we kind of want the radius for the entire of this length, so all the way across. So we want this 2.5 plus this 3. So if we add those together, that gives you the total radius, which is 5.5. So from there to there is 5.5 meters. So 5.5 and then squared. There we go. Let's go for it. So pi times 5.5 squared equals 95 point I'm going to keep 4 decimal places. I'm going to round at the end. That will be enough to get the right answer. Now I want so that's the area of the big square. Now I want the area of the little square. So again, pi r squared. So the little square is pi times, and the radius for this one, let's just get rid of all of that there. Use a different colour, I think. The radius for the small circle is that, so 2.5 squared. Let's go ahead and solve that. Pi times 2.5 squared is 19.6349. Here we go. And now we just need to take away. So we want the big circle, take away the small circle. So we've got 95.0331, take away 19.63. Oh no, I definitely can't be bothered to do that without the calculator, so let's pop it in. Take away. La 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 la, waiting for my calculator. Here we go. 75.3982, and that's the answer. Oh, sorry. To one decimal place, 75.4 meters squared. There we go. And that's the area of the shaded part. Next. Oh, this is a nice one. This wants you to work out the volume of this sphere. Actually, we haven't done this one yet in class, so I'm glad we're going through this. You're not expected to know the formula for this. So this is one of those questions where they give it to you. So to work out the volume of a sphere, it's 4/3, that's the 4/3, times pi times the radius cubed. Before it was squared, wasn't it, for the area, but now it's cubed. If I was to write that out, that should be 4/3 times r cubed. Now, when you don't have a scientific calculator to hand, dealing with this can be a little more difficult. And there are several ways you can go about it, but I think I'll just go with the easiest. In a scientific calculator, you could just literally put in the fraction 4/3 and then times. If you don't have that, you can't do that. So we're going to rewrite this one as 4 pi r cubed, and then I'm going to divide it all by 3. That's exactly the same thing. So we're going to use that formula to work out the answer to this. And I'm going to rewrite it sort of out of the way, so I've got a bit more space. Going back to my favourite red. So 4 times pi times radius cubed divided by 3. Let's go. Let's deal with the top part of the formula first. So 4 times pi, we could do that on the calculator, not an issue, times the radius. What's the radius? It says the radius is 10 centimeters times 10 cubed. Now do the cubed button. You're looking for the little button that says x and then 3, or you can solve it because that would be 10 times 10 times 10, which would actually be 1,000. But anyway, so we're going to solve the top part of this first, and then when we've done that, we're going to divide it all by 3. Let's solve the top part. So 4 times pi times 10 cubed. 12,566.37, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to keep it there in my calculator because I'm now going to divide it by 3. And that gives me 4,188. And I'm just going to do it to what should I do it to? Do it to one decimal place, which actually, because it comes to that, so to one decimal place, 4188.8, and it's centimeters, and it's cubed. There we go. I know it seems like a big figure, but it's right. It's just volumes are very misleading. Anyway, oh, it looks like that's the end, so thanks very much. Try the practice questions now.